Hello and welcome to Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton. Well, it's that time of the year again. I'm really excited. It's a Long Park Summer Music Series. And wow, it's the 57th year. I can't believe this. With us right now, we have the president of the Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation. We have Dave Wauls. Thank you for being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
And also, Steve Deck, you're the director of the Summer Music Series.
Yes, thank you for having me.
And what is the theme this year, Steve?
So the theme was to be more user-friendly, maybe, and have more fun, really. We wanted people to be able to sing along with our bands, know more of the music, and just have more fun.
Absolutely, and get up and dance around, too.
Absolutely.
That's always so
really,
much
really
fun.
was, yeah.
I can't believe this is year 57.
Well, it's amazing because people may not realize it, but it's a unique feature for Lancaster County because this is one of the few places where you have 13 weeks and 3 Saturdays of free summer music that's being offered to the citizens. And not only in Lancaster, but South Central PA, but it's unique to the country.
It really absolutely is, because it's free. We did say free. So it's Sunday nights, and they're all 7:30 this year, correct?
Correct, even Saturday night.
Yeah, even Saturday night, so we aren't going to get confused with any of that. So there are so many different types of bands that you're bringing in. So let's tease our audience about what you have coming up.
Yeah, we do. We have a variety, as usual, and it goes from, Celtic to country to Latin to everything else in between. So
I can imagine this was kind of difficult pulling all this together because there's so much out there, right, Steve?
yeah, there's just tons of music. It's amazing the breadth of what we can bring to the county and to the community.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
And I think people ought to realize, too, that right now, because of our tradition and reputation, we have bands calling us.
Oh, yeah.
So they want to perform at Longs Park.
Well, it is a beautiful setting. I mean, you can't beat that. You can come picnic during the day. You can hang out. You also have food trucks that are there, too, for the concerts, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so
Every Sunday there'll be 3 or 4 food trucks, and people can enjoy, eating and picnicking while being entertained by obviously excellent musicians.
and we see dogs. Animals are welcome then,
Right,
too, right?
correct,
So
yeah,
bring the whole family, right?
That's right.
Okay, so the first night that is going to kick off is Sunday, June 2nd, right,
Right,
Steve?
right.
So who is that?
So John McEwen is one of the founders of the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. So he's a very personable guy. I called him today, but we've been texting back and forth and emailing. Just so he wants to have the best show possible. So this is a gentleman that's been on tour for 50 years, and he still is excited about every single show. And we are doing a collaboration with the Lancaster County Conservancy as well. They're
okay.
going to hand out 1,000 trees, saplings, to anybody that wants one. So it's something new for us as well, a collaboration with somebody else in the community. So that'll be neat too. So he's excited about that. And it's the kickoff of their Water Week for the Conservancy. So John has said, can I do a song about water?
Oh, wow.
So he's the kind of guy that's really excited about being here. So
that's
So
great.
it's an unusual thing, and he's just a really interesting guy. So it'll be
that's
a
good.
fun opening show.
Absolutely. Then the following Sunday on the 9th, what's Bridges?
Yeah, 7 Bridges. So we're going to title that whole weekend Tribute Weekend. So we never had a true tribute band, and this is bringing in. So we tried to pick something that would appeal to lots and lots of people. So the Eagles are a really popular band, obviously. So we've got one of the best tribute bands in the country for the Eagles. So they're going to come in, and the night before, Cordy Byron is coming in to do a Beatles tribute, and then the next night we have 7 Bridges, which is nationally known, to do the Eagles. So,
Tell us about the Saturday night show, too.
yeah, Saturday night, so Cordy Byron is a local artist, so he's going to do post White Album Beatles. And then on the other Saturday night shows, we have Matches is another night. They're going to do sort of Tower Power horn section kind of band music. And then on the last one back in August, there's going to be a great show. So that's the 50th anniversary of Woodstock.
Okay.
So in August we're going to have 15 plus or minus guys on stage, guys and gals doing songs from Woodstock.
Wow, I love how
So,
you infuse all
yeah.
of that Saturdays with the Sunday,
Yeah.
right, Dave?
Well, and that was the intent, because there has been an effort to bring forth local bands. We can't do it on Sunday nights because there's some contractual obligations when you bring in the other national bands. But we thought we could do it on a Saturday night, and this is our 3rd year, I believe, for Saturday nights, and we're trying to make it grow. So, if people want to support the local band scene, it would be nice of them to come out on Saturday nights.
Yeah, that sounds really, really good. How many people usually attend? I know it varies, but
Well, we
what do
usually
you
get about 3,000 to 4,000 people.
Okay.
But with some of the other nationally known bands, we'll get anywhere from 8 to 9,000, 10,000 people.
Wow.
And of course, the patriotic concert is up over 10 to 15,000.
Yeah, that's just beautiful. So let's see, on the 16th, Allegro, the orchestra.
Right, Allegra's going to do, it's a Father's Day, so they're doing a Superman theme, which is just a great idea. So there'll be songs by John Williams and other artists, other composers that go along with that theme. So that's new for them. It'll be interesting and fun, and songs folks will recognize more so than they have in the past. Maybe.
Which is all part of the theme this year,
again,
too.
again,
That's good.
It's all the idea of music,
Yeah,
you know.
we'll be all singing along, right?
That's right,
Yeah.
that's right.
So on the 23rd, this looks really interesting. Is it Liz Weiss?
Yes, Liz. So that's a little bit different for us. We sort of build her as gospel soul, and the more you listen to it, it is a lot of gospel. But the music is more jazz and soul oriented, so it's different. Another collaboration. They're going to do 2 songs with music for everyone in town.
Oh, yes.
So that's really different for us. So they're practicing 2 songs. And again, sort of like with John McEwen, Liz is very much interested and involved and going back and forth with the music for everyone. She's picked out 2 songs, sent them the music, and they're practicing to do 2 songs together.
That's great, this partnership.
It really is.
Isn't it? It really is.
Yeah.
Because it spotlights what we're doing in the community and the big difference. And they really are making a difference.
They
Music
are,
for everyone.
right, they are.
Well, and we should comment as well, too, that they permitted us to have a piano this year.
Oh, right.
For Keys in the City. So if they want to see our piano, which is brightly painted, it's up at the YWCA. So,
That's great.
So they can go and enjoy the piano.
That's wonderful. Yeah. So on the 30th, we have the U.S. Army Band, right, Steve?
That's our annual patriotic
concert.
concert. And of course, they're at Pershing Zone out of Washington, D.C. They're one of the, obviously, the band, the U.S. Army Band, who come in and do an excellent patriotic concert, plus pop music as well, too. I might say we have a couple features for that one that we're starting. We're going to have bigger fireworks this year. We're going to use 8-inch shells, which will be bigger and better. And we also have the Liberty Warbirds. We're going to have the UE helicopter do about a 270-degree circle around the park. So that's new for us this year.
Wow.
And of course, they're located out at the Littis Airport. So, and there's 1 or 2 others that we're not going to announce until we get them finalized, but there'll be new features for the patriotic concert.
Wow, it sounds like you're pulling out all the stops, aren't you?
This is going to be a different 4th of July.
Yeah.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah. It takes a lot of people to pull this together, though, too, doesn't it? It should, but there probably isn't as many as what we really think. But there are a lot of volunteers that help with this, too, right?
We do have a lot of volunteers. We could always use more, absolutely.
Okay, so if you're interested, you can all volunteer, too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go to the website.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And what is the website?
Islongspark.org.
.org.
And
Okay.
there's a volunteer application online.
Okay, that's wonderful. So then July, on the 7th, we have what?
So Nookie Jones is the name of the band. They do have a front man, Cameron Kinghorn. He's a very slick singer. So it's a jazz funk, R&B kind of band. I would encourage people to go to their website as well. They are really a cool band out of Minneapolis. A lot of fun. Lots of different styles included there. They'll do People Get Ready, I'm sure, as a song, but they also do some really super funky stuff and very stylistic, and we're really looking forward to seeing them.
That's going to be
very different.
Another one where we're all dancing around. Too.
That'll be another
Absolutely.
dance. Right.
Then on the 14th, I am very familiar with Minas, with Patricia and Orlando, and I'm so excited that you're bringing them in.
Yeah, it was interesting, and that was recommended by, we have a spot on the website where you can recommend bands, and that was recommended by someone. So the day we had a committee meeting, we have a committee that picks the bands, I got that recommendation and brought it to the committee, and it was immediate that we picked them. So this bossa nova kind of girl from Ipanema kind of sound resonated with the group pretty easily, and as I just told you guys, if you can dance, if you can move your feet forward and backwards, you can probably do the bossa nova or the salsa. And I've talked to people about, it's not just, it's Latin, it's Brazilian music, it's that kind of dance step, but it's for everyone. Everybody can do it. So I want lots of people to come out and support that night. It's for everybody. If you can move, you can dance. It's sensual, it's exciting, it's sophisticated, and you know the folks, so they are wonderful people. They have a connection to our community. Their son went to F&M.
Yes.
So they're excited to be here. And I know
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
them.
And they've known each other since college. So that tells you how long that they've been together and the energy and the synergy and the connection that they have.
Right.
So we're going to tease you a little bit with that. We're going to show you Minos, and we'll be back to tell you more about the season. So check this out.
1, 2, 3, 4. So dance samba, vai, 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 vai. So dance samba, vai. So dance samba, vai, 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 vai. So dance samba, vai. Já dancei o twist até demais, mas não sei, me cansei do calypso ao cha-cha-cha. So dance samba, vai, 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 vai. So dance samba, vai.
Welcome back to Behind the Lines. It's a Longs Park Summer Music Series, and yes, I'm excited for Minos on the 14th of July. That's going to be so much fun. Now, the next Sunday after they come, the 21st, tell us about this.
Okay, Lachlan Dooley.
Okay.
Lachlan Dooley. From Australia. He is you call him the Jimi Hendrix of the Hammond organ. So he is the first time in the United States. He tours all over the world. He's popular in Canada. His agent tells me there'll be people coming down from Canada to Lancaster to see the show. We'll count those people in the audience.
Oh,
But
wow.
he's got a show in Ohio and one other show, and that's in our community.
Wow.
So he's a fantastic performer, high energy. We'll see, it's jazz, it's improvisation. He's very popular right now. Lots of YouTube hits, very popular. So people talk about him, and we're excited to have him, and it's going to be an interesting show.
So
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
go to longspark.org, and we can find out more about them
Right.
too, and then we can
Certainly
actually...
on his website, yeah.
Yeah, we can check out his website then
Right,
too, and
sure,
hear
yeah.
some clips to kind
Oh
of...
yeah, he's an energetic guy. He really is,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
another one not going to be seated much, right?
No, yeah.
Okay, the 28th of July, who do we have there?
So Realta is our Celtic show of the year. It's always a popular event for all our shows. So they're coming. They're very popular again from Belfast.
Okay.
And they're another good show.
So if you haven't experienced one of the Celtic shows, tell me what it's
Yeah,
like.
if you really, and if you like that, it's that rhythm, that beat, that dance step, that type of music.
So it's something that if you haven't heard, this is probably a good place to start to sample it or to bring your family out.
Sure.
I know a friend of mine does this with her children. There are different types of music, and let's bring them out to sample it, right, Dave?
Well, that's what's important about our series. It's not one type of music, and you can experience different genres that will educate you, but also have you appreciate all forms of music, not just one type.
Yeah, I think that's great. So August starts out on the 4th with who?
Yeah, Danny Korchmar and Waddy Wachtel, Leland Sklar, Steve Postel, and what I keep saying is for the older generation, you get out your albums and you open it up, and it's if you're a liner notes nerd, you read about, you go to Jackson Browne, you go to Linda Ronstadt, and you read who is the studio musicians, and it's these guys. And they typically tour as the immediate family. One of the members, us Kunkel's on tour with somebody else, so it'll be a different drummer. But they have participated in albums and records of those artists for decades. So these are the best musicians of that generation, and they've played with everybody. So they have also written songs for Don Henley and other artists. So there'll be, again, lots of songs you recognize, you can sing along, you'll know the music. Again, our theme was to come out and hear songs you know a lot more than we have in the past. So they're exceptional, world-class musicians. Leland Stars.
That was kind of interesting too, because I had a friend go through our list of musicians, and I said, which one do you think is going to be the biggest one? And he picked Danny Korchmar because he read the term studio musicians, and he knew that they were going to be great.
Yeah.
And they probably that will be one of probably, as well as others. But
Yes.
but it's kind of interesting as to how he picked that band.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. The 11th of August, Phil Vassar?
I'm not supposed to have favorites, but this would be my favorite. He's a country star. He's a top Billboard hits. He's, if you know the song Charlene, That's When I Love You, Six Pack Summer, and there's a lot. And if you like country music, and a lot of people do, I think it's just going to really hit home for our community. And the caption is country, but it's really Americana music, I refer to it as. And he has been in the park before. He played here, I hate to say it all the time, but I think it is 18 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
And he ran around the outside, and I was there, and he slapped five with everybody. Highly energetic entertainer. A heartfelt show. If he plays Prayer for the Common Man, we'll all cry, and then we'll have to regroup and get back at having fun. But he's just a great performer, and I would encourage everybody to come to that
Sounds
show.
like he's really interactive, and that's great.
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
On the 18th, I'm not a stranger to our area.
Right. Yeah, Dave and all. So we had Open Streets yesterday. Dave and I were out there and talked to 5,000 of our closest friends, and lots of people remember Dave Knowles from Roots and Blues. So people are excited to see him as well. Blues musician extraordinaire, and he's coming to town, and we're really looking forward to seeing him.
Dave, what are your thoughts? I see you're ready to say something.
Well, it's just fantastic. I mean, with the type of music we get, and we want everybody to have a fun and enjoyable time.
Yeah.
Because it is a family-friendly setting at the park. So come one, come all.
Yeah, it is. And like you said, people know him from Roots and Blues, so here's your hit again with some great blues on the 18th of August. So on the 25th, what do we have?
Yeah, so Terrence, I've seen him in concert already. And this talk about family friendly, he'll be up on stage. He loves kids. He loves to perform. He'll have tons of beads around his neck. He'll throw them out to the crowd. He'll bring children on stage with the washboard, with the spoon, playing away with children and parents. And it's a really, really fun show. So it's a great way to end the season. We'll have sponsors there giving away candy, and it's just a real fun end of the season show.
Yes.
Lots of people will
Some
come out.
great Zydeco and dancing.
It's a dance, act crazy, actually fun last show of the season.
Well, then we get into Labor Day. And Labor Day is this wonderful festival that I look forward to.
It's the 41st, 41st art festival that we have, and it helps fund the summer music series. A lot of people don't understand why we charge for an art festival, but they have to understand that that's where we get the monies to put on the free concerts, as well as having sponsors, throughout the season. So this juried art show is exquisite art that people can come and enjoy, and also there's a price break for everybody for a piece of art. I know sometimes people come to the art festival and think that, well, you have exclusive items there. Yes, we do, but also the artists have to make a living, so they have price points that all of us can afford a piece of art or pottery or whatever their interest might be. And again, it helps us fund this summer music series.
Yeah. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Correct. Those three, we do not do it on Labor Day anymore.
Right.
We help the artists as well as ourselves, take a break at the end of the season. But it's just those 3 days.
Yeah. And I think everybody needs to realize that everything, whether the concerts or the art show, is rain or shine.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. The only time we shut down, unfortunately, is lightning. And then we're done. And that's more for the sound people, because they want to save their equipment, as well as the people in the crowd.
Absolutely.
For safety reasons.
Yeah. Now we're talking about these wonderful sponsors that you have, because without the sponsors, that really does make a big difference too. And also these wonderful little sheets. You can find everything online as well. But if you want to pick one of these up and just have it handy, Giant's a place where you can go, right?
Right.
Let's see, Loxwama, Donegal Insurance, Penn Medicine, the Clark Associates Company, and what, ERC? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Let me see, more sponsors, Fox 43, Discover Lancaster has these as well.
Sure, absolutely.
Performance sponsors, we have the Lancaster Community Foundation too, right?
Absolutely.
They do some great things too.
They're very
But F for National
just like Channel
Bank.
66.
Yes, Channel 66, yes, absolutely.
They do great things for the community.
M&T Bank, the Hilton Garden Inn. So this is great. Once again, bringing more people together, the community to support.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting too, because sometimes people think it's difficult to fund the arts, but fortunately for us, we've had a number of sponsors who have remained with us, to fund both the art festival and the summer music series. Now we can always use more.
Absolutely.
But those who have been with us, we certainly appreciate. and they bring these concerts to the public, and I hope the public appreciates and understands that.
Yeah.
And we do ask the public to help too. So it's a three-legged stool. It is
Right.
sponsors, it is the arts festival, and we ask the public to contribute as well. So we
Right.
actually have a T-shirt this summer that says, we call it Simple Math, and it's those three people,
Yeah.
and it ends up with free concerts. So
Because I know,
that's
like the
understood.
concerts during one break, you pass around.
We do. We call it our
we
sweep.
call it the sweep, and it's the,
Yes.
the bucket brigade, we call them.
That's right.
We
that's
don't
what it
force
is.
anybody to
No.
do anything. We just walk
Right.
through the crowds. But we hope, hopefully, that they will invest like other players and understand, because some of these musicians that come to us, they will pay anywhere from $45 to $50 or more a ticket to go see them
Absolutely.
at a profit-making venue.
Absolutely.
And we bring them here,
Yeah.
at no cost to the public, but we do ask them to participate with
Yes.
us every Sunday
Yeah.
and Saturday as well.
Yeah. So you have a tent there too. What are we going to find at your tent?
Well, the information tent has a number of things in it. Obviously, more information about our bands. We also are having a guitar raffle again this year.
Oh, good.
Plus some other items as well too that we're going to add to the raffle itself. And some of our sponsors put their brochures there, and other educational things that they might want to participate in. But also, if they want to buy merchandise, that's the place to look at. Where the bands and the artists who bring merchandise with us. It's kind of interesting because we're seeing a little bit more vinyl these days.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Than we have in the past. But,
Right.
But they can buy CDs, T-shirts, and that depends upon the artists themselves if they
Yeah.
have that inventory left over.
Yeah.
And often the artists are there to meet and greet.
Absolutely. It's a
we do
great
lot of
thing
that.
after the show,
really
isn't it?
is. Most of the time, the
I
artists
know.
come out.
Most
Very
artists are
personable.
very friendly and cordial,
Which is just
and they'll
wonderful.
entertain signatures
Yeah.
at the end. Now there are a couple that might not be able to participate, but most of the artists that we get
Yeah.
are certainly willing to communicate and talk to
Yeah.
the citizens who have come to the concerts.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited for this season. There's a lot of great music. Thank you for all of your hard work. And we look forward to seeing you out there, rain or shine, June, July, and August at Longs Park for the Summer Music Series. Thanks,
you,
Dave,
Diane.
and thanks,
Thank you.
Steve.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us today, too. And we hope to see you out there. I'm Diane Dayton with Behind the Lines, reminding you to look behind the lines. You might be surprised what you find.